Guys, it's Rain here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're doing a figure practice come draw with me type video. Honestly, this video is kind of easier to record and I wanted to record something like this. Originally, I was actually going to do some figure drawing and some hands and feet, but then I realized that would be too long and I wouldn't have enough time to incorporate everything. So I decided just to do the figure drawing this time around. Next time I'll probably do hands and probably feet next time. But as you can see, I'm actually starting off with 30-second figure drawings. 30-second figure drawings are usually the easiest, and that's what I usually start off my warm-ups with, my drawing warm-ups. I'm using the Prismacolor Kohl Erase pencils. They're color erasable pencils. Those are my favorite pencils to sketch with, just because they come in so many different colors. You can see them in the top right corner. I have the whole set. It cost me about $25. I got it at one of the art stores in my town, so you can pick some up there, I guess. But these are some of my favorite colored pencils to use because, one, they're erasable, and two, they feel like pencils, and they come in so many different colors. You see I'm using purple here, and later on I'm using a blue one, and then I'm using the purple one for more details afterwards on the 10-minute piece. So these ones are just 30-second pieces, quick sketches that I put really no effort into, just kind of marking off the body and where the arms are, where the hands are, which way the faces are showing, and just body shapes and stuff, just getting down what you need to, because 30 seconds isn't a lot to draw a full drawing with. And anyone who's done this before knows that figure drawing is hard, but once you practice, and I've been practicing for, I want to say, since November, I've gotten so much better at it, and just looking at it and planning out. So this one's the 5-minute drawing. So I included the reference that I'm looking at. So if you wanted to draw along with me, you could. And if you guys do draw along with me, I'd love to see your drawing. So you can tag me in them on Instagram, because I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. My Instagram username is rainbowlicious_art, because I can't get the name Rainbowlicious. And then on Twitter, my name is Rainbowlicious without the S at the end, so it's RAINBOWLICIOU, because I can't get the name Rainbowlicious. So yeah, if you guys end up drawing these, I'd love to see yours. You can tweet it to me, or even send to me on Instagram and tag me in it, because that would be fun. So pretty much I'm just going in and because this one's a 5-minute, I'm kind of marking off more details and stuff. You can see that I'm focusing more on the shapes of the dress. It's not perfect, and it's not supposed to be perfect, but I honestly think that it's pretty good for 5 minutes. I have some really good figure drawings, and I have some that look really bad, but practicing every day or every other day figure drawing, especially when you're starting out and you should start learning the basics of drawing and art, because especially if you want to be someone who wants to go into the art field like me, I want to go into animation, so learning proportions and looking at people's different body types and the way their body flows and just the way it is very important, because you want to portray that in the character you're drawing. So that's pretty much how I'm working. I'm kind of just looking at major details, because I only have 5 minutes to do this, so major details, the way the body is, the way the hands are, especially because I only have 5 minutes. I don't spend too much time on big details compared to small details. In the 30-second figure drawing, I don't focus on the hair. I don't focus on the clothes they're wearing. I'm just drawing their body as quickly as possible, because getting the information, to just see the way the body is moving, like where's everything placed. And half of the time I don't even get everything in. Like I try to focus on the head and the torso, and then leg placement and arm placement, try to get it in the proper spot. But with a 5-minute figure drawing, you can get so much more in. You can get clothes details, you get shading, you can get line variation. So that's pretty much like what I do with a 5-minute one compared to like a 10-minute one. A 10-minute one is completely different. I look at the skeleton first, draw that out. You can see that when I do it, I do it in a blue color first, and then I do all the details on top in purple, which does help. And it's hard to see the blue on screen, so I'm actually happy I didn't use it because it's a really pretty color, but it's harder to show up on screen, especially because it's kind of dark in the place I'm filming. So with like this drawing specifically, I really like this photo reference too, because it's like a dress, and I don't draw dresses that often, but I like to just like, I even just go on Pinterest sometimes and just look at photos of outfits and stuff and just start drawing that. Like I went through a whole like maybe 5 pages of just drawing outfits from Pinterest. And that's the thing too, like figure drawing doesn't have to be perfect. Like in my other sketchbook, I have probably half of my sketchbook is figure drawing, and like just because a sketchbook is to draw in, it doesn't mean every drawing has to be perfect, doesn't mean every drawing has to be complete, it doesn't mean every drawing has to be like your best piece. My sketchbook really should show your progress and your process in thinking and art. So like doing thumbnails, doing little sketches on the side, just drawing whenever, like doodles and stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect finished drawings, which a lot of people do think that that's what sketchbooks are for finished drawings only. And I did have that mentality, especially you can see in my first sketchbook, almost every single drawing was completed. It was a drawing of a character, or like it wasn't just left there. Like some of them were, but a lot of them are just finished drawings. And that's, I think, a big problem with beginning artists. They always find that their drawings in their in their sketchbook should be completed, and that took me a long time to realize too, because you want to have this nice presentable sketchbook. When people like, oh, can I look at your sketchbook? And it's like, yeah, look at these drawings, these nice fixed perfect drawings I have. And yeah, of course, like you're probably gonna have like that one sketchbook, or like it doesn't even have to be a sketchbook anymore, like just having a portfolio of like your best art. Like I know nobody probably just like carries that around with them at all times, but like your best art doesn't have to be in one sketchbook. Like every piece has to be the best thing. Just being able to paint or draw in that way should be you. Like even just practicing painting, like I practice painting in my sketchbooks too, and I know like acrylic is probably not the best on paper, but it still reacts well. So now I'm doing like the 10-minute piece. You can see I also included the reference if you wanted to draw this one. If you do, I would love to see them. Honestly, it'd be really cool if you guys would tag me or DM them to me too. I wouldn't mind. I'd love to hear your feedback if you send them to me. That would be really fun. Like I'm not the best, so but I love giving like good feedback, and I love receiving feedback too. If you guys like want to give me feedback in the comments, I would love that. Feedback is honestly one of my favorite things, because honestly you can't grow without feedback. If you don't have feedback, what's the point? You know, like you can never get better if everyone just tells you you're perfect. So you got to find those mistakes, you got to find those flaws in every drawing, and in the next one hopefully improve it. And that's what I love about feedback, especially like whenever I'm in art class, I'm just like, I know the drawing's good, just tell me what you don't like about it, tell me what's wrong, tell me, is the color choice nice, is like, you know, are the lines good? Like that's what I rather have, instead of people telling me, oh, you're drawing so nice all the time. Like yeah, that feels good, it feels great to have that, but also having someone tell you, oh, you know, like next time try this with your lines, or try these colors, or try mixing the colors like this, or try cleaning it up like this. Like it's so much better to get feedback, because you know how to improve from there, or you can figure out how to improve from there. Because just being thrown into, oh, it's perfect, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it just after a while, you're like, why are people saying this is good? I don't like it anymore. Like, even going back at looking at some of my art, I was just like, how did I think that looked nice? How did, like, I like this? Because now looking back at it, it was like, wow, I was really bad. Like, but I didn't stop. And because I think that positive feedback was helpful at the beginning, because it pushed me to draw more, but also getting negative feedback now after I've been drawing for like 4 years and wanting to be a full-time artist is probably, getting feedback is probably the best thing I could want right now, especially like in the beginning. Yeah, of course, getting that like, oh, that's so good, like it's so cool, like, you know, getting that kind of feedback is great, but getting good constructed feedback is probably the best thing. So I guess I'll talk about the drawing a little bit now, what I'm drawing exactly. I actually just really like this reference because like it's very like, you can feel the movement and you can kind of feel her expression. I don't know, like depending on what you're watching it on, you're probably gonna have a hard time seeing her. But like you could just like screenshot it or something. If you're on like a phone or a tablet. But you can see like I drew the whole base in the blue. I know it's really hard to see. I didn't realize till afterwards because to me it looks fine. But then you see I go over, like I'm putting in like the clothes details and like shading details later on in the purple. And I think that like doing it this way, especially when you're like beginning, getting the two different colors, like it really helps to see the difference, because like blue and purple are colors that are close to each other because purple is just a mixture of blue and red, but also like just you can see like even here I'm just like fixing it because I like the arms in the wrong spot, like because the blue is not set in stone. I could go back and erase it. Like I have, and the thing is with figure drawing, I try not to erase. And a lot of people say that like it's better not to erase, just continue with figure drawing, because you only have a limited amount of time, especially when you're drawing. Like I use a website called Line of Action, and the website is pretty good. Like you can have it in class mode, which I usually do, and you can set it up for like 30 minutes. So it'll give you like 10, 30-second, 5 1-minute poses, 2 5-minute poses, and then 1 10-minute poses. So it adds up to 30 minutes. And like that's a good way to just spend 30 minutes, especially like before drawing or before getting into like a big piece or like painting or something. Like it just warms up my brain, it warms up my hands, and like it's like, okay, good, I got line control down, like I'm using a reference, I'm looking at something, and it's just like how much can I copy the photo and like, you know, make it so it looks like it, and like especially because like I draw in like my own style, and figure drawing I kind of incorporate my style, not too much. I try to keep it like, it's not realism obviously because I'm going so fast, it's more of a sketchy style, but also I try to like incorporate like little things that like my style has. But like honestly, like I don't really have too much of a style. My style is more like anime, kind of comic bookish style at this point, and like my style is like very like inspired by anime and different cartoons I love watching. And you know, every couple like months or something I kind of change something about my style, or like I improve something. And like even just like my sketching is like so much better these days because I can just sketch something, especially because like figure drawing is very helpful too, like especially if you're a new artist and you plan on going, or you want to do something with your art in the future. Like practice figure drawing now. If you're like in grade 10 or 11, you're like, I might want to go into art next and for university or college, just practice figure drawing now, because I waited too long to practice figure drawing, so I had to learn it as fast as possible. But like my figure drawing isn't bad. Like figure drawing is something, I don't know, if you have like art skills, I think it's easier to pick up on it than just forget about it. Like it's weird because I can learn like visual things so fast when it comes to like art and stuff. I can learn how to paint, or I can learn how to like doing anime stuff, I got better within like a couple days. Like honestly, if you guys saw my first sketchbook tour, which you guys should go check it out. It's on my channel. It's a great video. It has almost like 80 views, which I'm very proud of. But yeah, no, like you can see, like my first drawing was like this tiny little drawing, and it was really bad. And then my second drawing was like better, but it wasn't the best. And my third drawing was okay, but then once you get to like the Attack on Titan stuff, like I have Eren and Mikasa and Armin, those are some of my favorite drawings, and I still think they're pretty good, because I was what, like 14, 15, 16 around, probably, yeah, 14, 15 around the age when I drew those. And like I was so into anime at the time, so I was drawing anime characters, and I was trying to, you know, post them on my Instagram. And yeah, I don't post as much art on my Instagram anymore. I try to just post like whatever I do every week for my channel. So you get videos of that, and there's also like sneak peeks on my stories if you guys want to check out my Instagram. If you follow me on here and you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't use my Twitter that much because Twitter's a toxic place and I just don't want to deal with Twitter at this point. But yeah, like you can just see progress, and I love going back through sketchbooks, and I finished maybe 15 pages of this sketchbook already. The figure drawing fills up a lot of it, and I feel like I did all the 30-second ones on one page. And like when I do hand drawings, I fill it up with maybe 20-30 hands, just because you can fill it up so fast, especially if you're just doing 30-second drawings. And that is a good way to warm up. If you're just gonna do 30-second drawings, it warms up your brain, it warms up your hands. So like, and they don't have to be perfect, of course. Like it's 30 seconds. Like most people can't draw anything in 30 seconds. So just being able to pick up a pencil and draw for 30 seconds, and it might turn out well, it might not. Like even like doing 30 seconds and then doing 5 minutes, you know, like you're gonna see a difference instantly because you have more time. But that's the thing, like the more time you have, the better you can make a piece, the better you're. So as you can see, I'm signing the piece, so I guess this is bye till next week. This is Rainbowlicious signing off. Bye!
Dance!